Hello my beautiful community. In this video we're going to be going over how to mint from a contract, how to preset gas, and a method for presetting gas on website only mints. You're going to want to be at the OpenSea of the NFT you want to mint. Go to details and click on contract address. And from here you want to click on the contract. You want to write this contract, connect your wallet, and then you're going to want to find a minting function. If it says anything like Merkle proof, this is not what you want. On Just Cubes, it was public mint. Under mint, no Merkle proof, which means we can mint from the contract. If you can't mint from the contract, it'll look like this. Public sale mint, and you can see this one has a bunch of stuff going on here, which means this is a website only mint. Okay, so we need to input how much the NFT costs and how many we want. If you want more than one NFT, you would put, it scales, so you double it, 0.18 for 2 mints, but make sure you put in the right amount and the right number of mints, because if you put 0.9 here and you put 1 to mint, it will take 0.9 from you when you go to mint. Now we write. And from here we get to start doing all the fun stuff with gas. So we hit I will try anyway. We go to edit suggested gas fee. And now we get to plug in all the fancy numbers for this area. The first thing we are going to want to find is our gas limit. Go to transactions, click 3 dots, view completed transactions, go to the last page. Now I want to mint 1 NFT, so I want to find a transaction with 1 NFT minted. Right here, 0.085. Click to see more, and here's our gas limit. The contract wanted to use 173,000 to perform this function. We're going to want to overshoot this to accommodate for changes in network conditions. Generally, adding 50,000 to the gas limit is a pretty safe bet. We're setting a higher gas limit because in these high demand situations, the upper limit is going to increase. And if we don't set a higher limit, we could run into an out of gas transaction error. And if that happens, you're not going to be happy with the amount of gas money you lose on that transaction. And don't worry about setting a higher gas limit because it'll only consume as much as it needs to perform the function. We're only setting a higher upper limit to prevent ourselves from getting an out of gas transaction. If you want to mint multiple NFTs, the gas limit does scale per additional NFT you're minting. Now, there's no rule of thumb to this because every contract is different. I've seen some where it only adds 2,000 per, and I've also seen others where it adds 25 to 40,000 per. So you're going to want to go into the transactions and find one where someone minted, 1, 2, or 3, however many you want to mint, so you get a general idea of what your base gas limit is going to be before you add a higher limit to it. Let's input our gas limit. We're going to go with 225,000. Now we need to figure out our max fee. Now max fee is the max amount you want to spend on gas. Now we have a formula that can help us figure this out. A GUI is 1/100000th of an Ethereum. So you take the max amount you want to pay for gas times 1 billion divided by the gas limit. So in this example, we'll be using 0.25. We don't want to spend any more than 0.25 in gas. So it's 0.25 times 1 billion divided by 225,000 gives us our GUI, 1,111. Now we input our max, which we want to be 1,111. Now let's talk about priority. So your priority is your initial bid to a miner to get them to complete your transaction. And these guys are, money hungry machines. So the higher priority, the more likely you are to get your transaction transacted. So let's say you put 600 for your priority fee. If they take your transaction and complete it, you will pay this 600 no matter what, because that was your bribe to get them to complete your transaction. A higher priority fee is more likely to go through. So this is all based on how much you actually want to catch this mint. If you want it, no other questions asked, you're willing to spend the 0.25, just max and bolts out, that gives you the highest chances. Gives you the highest chances on your transaction. But if you decide you want it, but it's not insane high priority for you to get it, you can do a 50 or a 100 max priority fee and take your chances to see if you get through. But once you have your priority figured out and your tolerance on how much you want to pay, you click save, and then you just wait for them to flip the public sale on, and you hit confirm. Yeah, if I was getting ready for an actual public mint that was about to go live, this confirm button would be here, and you could throw confirm before the public sale actually goes live, and your transaction will fail. So, just make sure that the sale is live when you hit confirm. Now let's go over the method of presetting gas for website only mints. Okay, go to MetaMask. Click that guy. Go to settings. Experimental. Turn on enabled gas fee UI. Now go to send Ethereum. It can be 0, it could be anything. You just want to prompt a transaction. Go to advanced. Go to advanced again. And right here you can set your settings, your priority, and your max. And then click always use these values in event setting as default, and then you hit save and then reject. And to cancel that out again so you don't end up spending a bunch of gas on something you don't want to, go to send again, prompt it, go to advanced, turn it off, save, and reject. That's how you do it. Just remember that this is a risky game when you're trying to transact with large amounts of Gwei. I mean, it's quite a bit of money, and if there's an error or something, you could possibly lose all the gas you're trying to use. So just remember that when you're going to these mints, it's a risk to reward ratio you need to take into consideration before you even attempt it. I also want to go over a way of canceling transactions without actually hitting cancel on your transaction, because if you do it that way, you lose way more gas than you would ever want to. So let's go over that real quick. Go to your MetaMask, go to settings, go to advanced, scroll down, customize transaction nonce, turn that on. Then you can click your transaction. You can see your nonce number, copy your wallet address, click send, send yourself 0 ETH, hit next, and then you can put in that nonce and hit confirm. It'll replace it, and that'll cancel your transaction. You use a very tiny amount of gas this way though, so you won't lose as much as actually canceling a transaction.